Alright, Algebra 1 students, there's only one video today. It's page 23, and let's get started. So if we remember this multiplication property, we can split this radical into two pieces. Well, equality means we could also go this way. If we're multiplying two square roots, that means we can put a and b and multiply them together under the radical. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the product, aka multiply the terms outside, then we're going to multiply the terms underneath the radicals, and then we're going to simplify like we learned yesterday. So what this means is I'm going to multiply the terms outside where there is none, so we don't have to worry about it, and then we'll multiply the terms inside. So this is now square root of 2 times 6, meaning this is the square root of 12. I just used that property the other direction. Now I want to simplify. Well, I want to try and divide out perfect squares. Well, my first perfect square, 4, can do 4 times 3. That makes it easy. The square root of 4 times 3, which I can use that property this way now, forward, and I can now get square root of 4 times square root of 3, and the square root of 4 is just 2. So 2 times the square root of 3. Alright, so following my steps, find the product of the term outside. So 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to find the product of the term on the inside. So 5 times 10 is 50. Square root of 50. Now I'm going to try to simplify. Well, could I divide this by a perfect square of 4? I don't think so. Divide by 9, that does not work. Divide by 16, that does not work. We could divide this by 25. Perfect square, 25, and then 2. So this means 12 times the square root of 25 times 2, which we could break into pieces. 12 times the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. The square root of 25 is just 5, so 12 times 5 times the square root of 2, and 12 times 5 is 60. So 60 square roots of 2, right? That's where that came from. Okay, so there's my answer. Now in 3, no outside, so nothing to multiply. Inside I have 2 times 128. Well, that's getting kind of big. I'm going to start to use my calculator a little more. 2 times 128 is 256. Now I want to see what I could divide this by. Now the bigger the perfect square I can divide this by, the better, but it really doesn't matter. Let's see, 256 divided by 4. 4 and 64, that's easy. So I'm going to break that up and do the square root of 4 times the square root of 64. Right? I'm kind of skipping some steps, but hopefully you guys are good enough at this point. Well, the square root of 4 is just 2, and the square root of 64 is just 8, so 2 times 8 is 16. Hooray, that was a really nice one because it simplified all the way. Alright, outsides with outsides, insides with insides, so I have negative 6 times 2, negative 12. 9 times 3 is 27. Alright, now I'm looking for perfect squares. So 27, 9 times 3. Well, you could see we probably should have just simplified the square root of 9 at first, but it shows you the steps, so we're going to move on. Negative 12 times the square root of 9 times the square root of 3. Well, the square root of 9 is just 3. Negative 12 times 3 times square root of 3. Well, negative 12 times 3 is negative 36. So negative 36 square roots of 3 is my final answer. Okay, real quick recap. We multiply the outsides, we multiply the insides, and then we simplify just like we did yesterday. Good luck, and ask questions.